Hey everyone, I told you I'd record my replies to the questions. Here I am, replying to questions from Reddit subreddit DVD collection. If you guys want to know a little bit more of that, follow the link down here. This is probably going to be maybe 1 or 2 parts, depending how much time I can get through all the questions they've given me. Alright, so let's start the show. Reader Stock Like Corn asks, it might help me to know your field. Okay. Psychotronic is the gathering of subgenres of genre film that go above and beyond the ridiculousness of a genre to entertain people. It goes from the 30s with pre-code Hollywood, where everyone was shooting like it was the 60s before Colonel Breen upheld the code and ruined it for everyone, to drive-in fare for teens, leading into international genre favorites, giallo, polizzi, spaghetti westerns, of course, and then that beat helping out the international genre community, hooking up with drive-in and grindhouse owners to show their movies in America. That grows into a big business, to the point where the theaters themselves were doing movies that brought in the gritty, grimy 70s independent flick. And then with the advancement of VHS and tape machines, shutting down those theaters and drive-ins, but giving a little bit more accessibility to the people to make their own movies. So you have direct video, and then later on with DVD technology becoming more accessible, a lot more accessible to people, and a lot more people get to make their movies. So it's sort of the pioneer spirit of genre film, if we can put it into one sentence. It's chronicling and collecting the pioneer spirit of cinema, of genre fare. I hope that explained it. Okay. If not, I'll probably keep listening. I'll probably give you some more. Let's see. Next person, the Fat Kid for Life, sent me a couple questions. Hey, Fat Kid. Do you still consider 42nd Street Forever the epitome of the psychotronic genre? No, not really. To me, there is no steady peak for psychotronica. It's a bunch of smaller peaks in a great big mountain valley. That's how I see it. How I see the genre. That's like saying 42nd Street Forever is the epitome of psychotronica. It's like saying a collection of science fiction and horror trailers were the epitomes of their genres. Okay. I love 42nd Street Forever. I'm hoping to get the collection Blu-ray. Yeah, baby. But no, I don't think it is the epitome, because it's a trailer set. And then when you get the advanced ones, you learn a little bit more about the psychotronic genre. I do think it acts as a one of those bird guides where it points out certain birds that you should be looking for in a certain area. I do think it's sort of like one of those guides. Alright. what other psychotronic movies do you recommend? If you got Scarface, you've got 1938 Scarface. If you've got a copy of the Universal's Dracula, you've got the Spanish version of Dracula. Those are two good ones to start out with. Both Maniacs, the 1932 hygiene film, directed by Dwayne Esper, king of hygiene films. Well, co-king of hygiene films. And the 1970s Maniac, the gritty New York slasher killer movie. Shogun Assassin, I think it's called. I know it's by its name, Lone Wolf and Cub, or Baby Cart. It's a nice chambara based off the comic books. That's a good one. New World owns the rights to that, and I think they just distributed a Blu-ray set for this month. Keep an eye out on that. Shogun Assassin or Baby Cart, Shaft, Leone's Spaghetti Trilogy are good, but I go for the Corbucci's, Django, The Great Silence, Compañeros, any early AIP stuff. American International Pictures, those were the guys who took over the drive-ins with everything from space aliens to beach party bingos. They were also the guys who brought in Mario Bava with Black Sunday, or Mask of the Demon as it's known in Europe, and that sort of helped, in a way, create the grindhouse effect. The grindhouse originally was supposed to be the drive-in for the urban youth, and then it mutated from there. There's tons of sexploitation flicks I can recommend. Anything by Doris Wishman, that's good. Rush Meyer, Faster Pussycat, Kill Kill, Beyond the Valley of the Dolls. Those are really good movies. And I gave you a little bit there. Build off of that if you feel like it. And the third question from Fat Kid is, what do you consider the most mainstream psychotronic film? Grindhouse? Well, Grindhouse, sort of. Machete, Black Dynamite, but those are self-aware psychotronic films. Movies that aren't aware that they are psychotronic could be Splice. Splice is a bit psychotronic because it didn't really do well, but it had a great concept. The canon films of the 80s would probably be the last known psychotronic films, because they had that macho ethic of 80s action culture. There's also Action International. It's poor version. I've been told that the Soderbergh movie, I can't come up with the name right now, it's got Gina Carano in it. It just came out. It's just coming out May 1st. But I told it has a canon feel. Drive has a Mike Mann feel to it. And Refn is sort of the new Nicholas Refn is sort of the new poster boy for Psychonauts right now, due to his homage with Valhalla Rising, and it looks like an homage to Mike Mann in Drive. Hope that answered your questions. Okay, let's go to the next person. Thin White Dude asks, Boondock Saints, great movie or greatest movie? Yeah, fuck you. What classic psychotronic movie film do you love that other fans hate, and vice versa. Saw. Everyone hates Saw from my neck of the woods. I think it's more due to the sequels than anything. Saw had a great premise, and it sort of opened the new exploitation genre, immigration. Because without Saw, you wouldn't have Wolf Creek, and then you wouldn't have Rogue, which good movies in itself as well. Yeah, I think Saw is hated mostly for its sequels, and I hate it mostly for its sequels too. But if I just make it a standalone, it's really great. The reverse would have to be Sci-Fi's terrible movie. Wait, no, not Sci-Fi's terrible movie. Everyone might like. Another one would be, yeah. Sci-Fi's terrible movies is another one. The ones I like that everyone hates is the Asylum films. The Asylum films from the Asylum are sort of the essence of what Psychotronica is, because it's like what Italy used to do when they had some big thing, they run it to death. And I do many variations, many poor versions of it. Asylum's no better. And I embrace them as it, because that's kind of one of the things we like about Psychotronica. And others don't. I don't understand. It's what we look for, but no, I don't get it. Joe RCK asks, "What do you think of the movie Rampart?" Haven't seen it yet. I like to sort of rent movies before I get to see them. Before I don't usually. Well, I blind buy, but I know what I'm getting at when I blind buy, due to the ideas of going around. Not the ideas of the people who are involved. I haven't seen it yet. I'm not paying Amazon Prime for $15 pre-rental. I'm sorry. Okay, this is end part 1. I'll come up and get you part 2. Alright? Peace.